You didn't think there would be a new video after this one, did you? Well, I'm here to prove you wrong. Alright, we are back in a new mod pack, and this one is called Project Ozone 3 in the way forward. And Project Ozone 3 allows us to do a lot of nice things, and we can basically just take a look into our inventory and we'll see that we got a manual from the Open Computers mod, and we got an ability bottle from the Everlasting Abilities mod, and a book from the Britannia mod, as well as a better questing book or something. Actually, I don't know what that is. Is it like a smartphone? Kind of looks like it. Well, either way, we can take a look into it, and it allows us to see the quests for this mod pack, which we can click this lock button here, which makes it so that the quest bar doesn't disappear, and we can see we get a rewards tab. And the rewards tab includes a bunch of loot chests which we can somehow get, as well as the Alpha tab, in which we can actually get so-called random act of kindness. To get the random act of kindness, we can just press the checkbox here, and we can click claim, and then we're getting a diamond, a sapling, a bit of dirt, and the random act of kindness. Clicking back in our quest book, we can now go back to the rewards tab, and we can see that those quests have been unlocked, so we can actually use the random act of kindness inside of them. You may ask yourself, hey, why do you know that? Well, this is actually my, I think, 4th or 5th attempt of recording this, and I'm very sorry for that. As soon as we enter episode 2 though, this is not going to be a thing anymore, since I've not played that far. I've only done the first one. Okay, so let's check the quests here, and they basically allow us to spend the random act of kindness to get something else, like for example a loot chest of a different tier that we'd like to. So we can, for example, click on the legendary loot chest, and we can buy a legendary loot chest for 120 random act of kindness. It also allows us to purchase some items like the sword, for example, as well as a creative dungeon locator and a rhino shield, which I guess you can use to protect yourself. The coolest thing it allows us to do though is to buy those totems, which basically allow us to get a more or less permanent ability. I think you might lose them when you die, but I'm not sure about that. What it basically allows us to do is to, for example, get a totem that, let me just find it, there's like a totem, yeah, there we go. There's saturation totem, which basically makes it so that we cannot get hunger anymore. There's also flight totem, which for example gives us great flight, and a night vision totem, which, well, you guess it, gives us night vision. There are also a lot of other tokens which basically give us permanent effects, and a lot of those can be very, very helpful. And yeah, I don't know why there's a wither totem though, because I'm kind of questioning why I would want that, but I guess there might be a reason. So it's gonna be alright. Yeah, okay, so let's click on the Alpha tab again, and just saying I would probably go with trying to get the hunger one first, since it's probably a nice thing to not have to worry about food ever again. Alright, let me click on the Wood Age quest, and it basically asks us to collect some wood and some saplings, and that we can basically just do by placing them in the sapling we already have and sneaking next to it. Sneaking next to it allows it to grow, at least it's supposed to. There we go. And if I'm not wrong, we can hold an item and press a button, which in my case is the X button, and start breaking this to actually just break the whole tree at once, hoping that we collect the saplings. And we can also make a bunch of planks here, so that we can go up here again. And then we can actually also go there and make a crafting table. So you might ask yourself, hey, why do we just only get 1 plank per wood? And the reason for that is actually quite simple. Project Ozone has 3 different modes, which you can change when going to the options menu to pack mode, and then you can basically select between Kappa mode and I think Titan and Mythic mode, but I might be wrong. Is there a command which we can use a command to check that? There we go. So there are normal mode, Titan mode, Kappa mode, and Mythic mode. And from reading some Reddit posts, I've heard that Mythic mode is somewhat bugged, which is kind of why we are playing Kappa mode, but I might also be wrong, so maybe Mythic mode is totally fine. And if it is, we are totally gonna play it after we finish Kappa mode. But for now, we're gonna play Kappa mode, which is basically an expert mode or a hardcore mode, which basically makes it so that a lot of recipes have been changed. So if we just check for recipe for bucket, for example, it should be changed. Yeah, so you can see we require iron plates instead of iron ingots to make a normal bucket, and the iron plates also have quite the complex crafting process, as we, for example, could need a metal press for the immersive engineering mod, or we could use some other machines, which honestly, part of them I don't even know, like the crushing table from MagneticCraft. There are also some other recipes which are a bit more complex, which honestly I personally really love to do, which are, for example, the creative items. If we just check for that, we can just click on, for example, the Everlasting Guilty Pool, which is basically an item providing infinite amounts of a specific resource, and, well, you can see how complex that is. We can also click on some other items, and we can see that there are also giant crafting tables which we can use to do very complex crafting recipes, which then again require a lot of other complex resources. So it's definitely going to be a long journey, but I'm totally looking forward to it. So yeah, let's just do that. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to extend the platform width so that we are not losing that many saplings anymore. And then we're just going to grow a few more trees to complete the next quest. So let's just break some wood. Come on, there we go. And let's just do that like 2 more times or something, so that we have enough. Let me just do this. Come on. Come on, tree. I trust you. Come on, tree. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So we're growing the tree. And we're getting a bunch of saplings, because that one was also a very big tree. And I think we should be able to complete the quest now, right? Oh, okay. We need more apples. And to get more apples, there's actually a good way to obtain those. As it says here, we need a wooden crook. And the wooden crook is actually quite easy to make. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make some more sticks. And then we're going to make that crook. And now we can place another sapling and grow that one. Come on. Hello, can you please grow? That would be awesome. Come on, sapling. Is it because it's like slowly getting night? I don't think so. Okay, what we can do now is we can use the crook directly on the leaves, and with doing that we have a high chance of getting apples, at least that's what I think that does. And it also gives us silkworms, which we're going to use in a bit. So let's make another crook and use it on the saplings. And I think we're still missing out on some more apples, so we're just gonna make another tree and another crook, and then okay, that is not good. Come on. We're just gonna make another crook, and we're just gonna mine the leaves again, and there we go. All right, detect, and we get 2 glass bottles, a juicer, and 5 more random act of kindness. So as you can see, there are a lot of quests we will have to do, and there are also a lot more quests here on the left, which for example require us to handle some more mods which are in this mod pack, and which are quite complicated to go through. So I'm very much looking forward to that, and also to learn a lot, since I'm also not really aware of at least some of those things. So it's going to be quite an interesting journey. If you had any recommendations or anything I should look out for when playing this mod pack, please inform me. And since I kind of want to keep these episodes a bit shorter, but do daily uploads on them, I'm going to end this for now. And yeah, we'll see us next time, and bye bye.